Hello everybody and welcome back to the farm. So as you can see we are being pounded with hailstones. Should be coming to an end soon. Bit of damage has been done to the field. Not too much damage, I'm not too worried about it. Um, but we are going to be, I think we're going to be on the harvest next month for this field. So that's going to be really good. We'll need to get a harvester for that. But there's a little bit of damage, but nothing major. Nothing that's going to hold us back. I did do the 3 fields that I said I was going to do in the last episode. So I have done them. We are, unfortunately, out of the window for any real harvest. I don't really want to be doing carrots and, I really don't want to put grass in. So we're kind of out of the window at the moment for that until next month when we can put canola in. Uh, we could probably put canola in next month and maybe in 2 of the fields, and maybe put barley in September. So that'll tie us over. Um, Looking at it though, I am thinking I really would like to get soybeans in, but what we could do for the time being is really need to try and plan this out for the planting season. So we could do canola in August, barley in September, and we could do wheat in October. And that'll give us 3 month harvest. And then could hopefully, by then, we could hopefully have another plot to, and then we could put soybeans in a field. As if I do want to get, if I do want to do a goat farm, we're going to have a grass field, aren't we? But for the time being, I think I mentioned in the last video, and the time being, I could just buy bales from the shop. But we will need to try and become more sustainable. So, yeah, right. So we'll go with that plan for the 3 fields with the canola, barley, and wheat. And for now, we shall go and sell all this and pick up the next load. There's still a few pallets left to pick up. So we shall come back and pick them up. And then once this hailstones actually stop, we'll go over and check the fields. Show you what I've actually done. Now I was going to put a shed down, but when I made the fields, I realised that I should have actually put the shed down first. So for now, I'm not too worried about putting a shed down. We could potentially buy a new field next to... Oh wow, okay. Oh my. Must be a selling time for this. Let's have a look. No, it's not even its highest price. Okay. 111,000. That I did not expect. I did not expect that whatsoever. Right. Okay, let's go and get the other batch of lettuce and get that sold and see what we get from that. That's surprised me. That has. I did not expect to get that. But yes, I have been looking at a harvester. It's a small Massey Ferguson harvester. Should do the job quite the thing. Um, Relatively small header for it, so I don't know if it may take a bigger header. It's only a 4 meter header. Hopefully we can actually get maybe a 6 meter header on it, but it's going to cost, I think, about 30 grand for the header. For the 6 meter header anyway. So we'll see. Any more are going to pop up? Yep, I thought there might be one more. Right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This way. Wrong way. Right, so that's the hailstones stopped. So let's go and get this sold, and then we'll take a run over at the fields, and I'll show you what I've done with the fields. But as I say, there's not really much we're going to be able to do right now. With regards to harvesting or planting, to be fair. I'm wondering if we could possibly buy a new tractor then. Maybe a more powerful tractor. So we're up to 130,000 now. Oh wow, that's a high horsepower. 306 horsepower. 168,000. Wow. Okay. Let's. So the harvester I was looking at was this little one here. Where are you? There you are. So it is this one. We could put a cabin on and put a bigger grain tank, 3,500, and a bigger fuel capacity, bigger fuel tank on the back. So that's 14, almost 14 and a half. And then the header is this one at 2,800. So nothing spectacular. 4 meter in length. Uh, but we, as I say, we could potentially go up to this one here, which is a 6 meter header, which probably would be better. But we'll go with the 4 meter to begin with. But we'll wait until we are ready for harvesting. So as I say, I'm not too worried at the moment financially with regards to buying the fieldwork equipment, um, because we have got a seeder anyway, which is that one. So it's pointless actually going for that one, even though it does do fertilizing as well. I've got a fertilizer spreader, so, but we will work our way up to getting some of these really nice looking seeders. That one is 4.6 meters, 110 horsepower. It's 4 meters. It's 49,000, 49 and a half. It's absolutely no point spending that money for something that's only just slightly bigger. So, but we have got these ones here at 6 meters. We've even got these ones here, but the horsepower is pretty high on them. But with the size of fields we have, they will become more beneficial for us. So let's go over and have a look at our lovely fields. I'll just park up here. make a run up the hill. So yes, so as I say, I've done the fields here. I'm not really too worried about putting the shed down, but these are the fields right here. So as you can see, they're a nice size, really really nice size. So I wasn't going to do the one on the hill right in front of us, but changed my mind and said, why not? We might as well. Um, if we struggle, we struggle, but we'll just get through it as it comes. But this is the three fields now in all their glory. So, I mean, if we go into the flight mode, this field here is fairly bigger than this one. I could have put a shed in here, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. But this will be the three fields for the barley, canola, and the wheat when we plant them over the next 3 months. So as for now, we did I just see that money go down there? I have to look back on that. Um, I mean, we're sitting on 130,000. I don't need to buy a harvester until next month, which means I'm going to have a lot of product to sell again. The goats are not giving out milk at the moment as fast as I would hope, but there's only 8 in there, so I'm not too worried. It's just something to keep us going at the moment. We could chop down more trees, but I really don't want to go down that road at the moment. So, um, yes, I have limed these fields, so we are on track. Need to put more lime in that, but I'm not too worried at the moment. So all 3 fields have been limed. I will need to have them seeded and then um, fertilized, rolled. So we need to get a roller. There's a cheap enough one in the shop. Um, so yeah, so that's what we need to do. We need to get the seeds in, get them fertilized, fertilized, and then get them rolled. The only thing I'm going to be a wee bit dubious about is re-plowing, because the stones in here are small, so they will just get pushed back into the soil when I roll it. The only problem is once I do a re-plow of these fields, the stones are going to be big, and I'm not going to be able to push them back into the soil with the roller, which means I'll need to pick up the stones, which I don't really want to be doing, unless I want to make my own lime. Talking about productions in the last video. So, yeah, it's something we could think about. Um, but if we go into the map, into the PDA here, so we've got this whole big one here, and that is another 40,000. Now, if I want to use this area here for my farmyard and the greenhouses and stuff, this field will go, because I want to try and keep certain things in certain plots. So I really need to try and think of an area for putting the goat farm in. So there is this area here as well, which is another 40,000. So we could potentially it would. I've got to be careful because if I move far enough away from the farmyard, it means traveling with all the equipment. Uh, so storage for equipment, then that would really mean that the farmyard would become obsolete because there's not really anything I need to keep up there. If you see what I mean, then that means having to say take the cedar all the way down to here and over here and then back up to go and get a fertilizer spreader all the way down here and so forth. And so what if we keep the animals and the greenhouses in this area here, move everything else down to sort of, that's only 27,200. Now, the only problem is I can't do anything in here, in these squares, so it's only this little piece here. So if we were to buy that plot and that plot, we could put the yard here, or even in here, either way, makes no difference. We could put fields in here as well, in number 79, and fields in 71. So if we visit plot number 80, is it? Plot number 80? Yeah. So that is going to give us a nice size area for our house and where all our equipment could be, and it's less traveling. So that probably would be a bonus. So I think that that will probably be the better idea to keep all the greenhouses up here and the goats up here. Yeah, we could move the greenhouses back a wee bit, put the goats down here, a goat farm. Oh, there's just so much that we can do. Just so much we can do. Because then we're talking about the production side of things as well. There's so much of this island. There's so much of this island. Probably be better trying to keep everything kind of down this corner here, but I really like to have things spread out a wee bit, you know? So I think, right, okay, right, this is how we're going to do this. This is how I want to do it. Going to buy this piece here, and pretty much that piece there, right? So going to be fields in there. Probably one giant grass field and some more crop fields here, okay? Up here, we're going to have the goats and the lettuce or greenhouses growing other bits and pieces. This area, number 58, is going to be where the productions go. So we go from here to here. Because I can't really see us being able to do much here. So I'm thinking productions over here when we get to doing them. So we can produce byproducts. For sustainability, we could put other bits and pieces in there. So I think that's what we're going to do. So our next plan of action would be moving our equipment down to here. This will be our main base area. We'll get a house, a shed, probably the same shed we've got. I don't know yet. We could probably put maybe 2 or 3 sheds on there. And I think we'll take it from there. I think that's probably going to be our best course of action. Because we'll get mow all this. And this will already give us plenty bales. And we can store them for the goats. So we could put a storage shed up there for the bales. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best plan of action. So I think that is going to help us move forward a lot quicker as well. Do we want to put more greenhouses in? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, from what I've got from that lot, of the lettuce, it's quite a substantial amount. And that wasn't even at its highest. Right, okay guys. It was just going to be a short video just to explain what the kind of idea is, how I want to move forward, how I want to do things. If there is anything you guys can suggest, you know, productions that we could buy or a way to set it out, where to put the new yard, or just anything, throw them in the comment section and I will certainly look at them and I will certainly take them on board. And if I go ahead with some of your comments and your suggestions, I will certainly shout you out in the next one. So with that guys, I hope to see you all in August next month, and hopefully we will be harvesting and planting. So with that said guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye for now.